Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Handle with care. What is the thing which you should handle with care? A glass is the first thing which comes to the mind. But there is an akin to a glass, which we call it as a relationship. It can be a marriage or a love or anything you can say. Have you been taught how to handle that with care? When you get into a marriage life, somebody has taught you how to have a successful marriage life. Do you have a strategic thinking towards it? How can you make it successful? There is a quote reads, a successful marriage isn't a union of a perfect two people. Rather, it is a union of two imperfect people who have learned the value of forgiveness and grace. How true it is. There is two different people who was born, grown, developed in a different way. Each one have their own behavioral aspects. How they come together and have that togetherness, forgiveness, and lead a successful life. That defines the success of a marriage. Yesterday, I celebrated my ninth engagement anniversary. It's been 9 years since I got engaged. I recall my personal life, how those things go. There were a lot of fights, there were a lot of love, there were a lot of exciting moments. We are blessed with two children. When we recall, so what first thing which comes to my mind is the happy moments, the happiness which what I've learned. The personal life happiness reflects in our professional life as well. Being in corporate for almost a decade and quitting the job and starting an entrepreneurship will not be possible without my wife's support. I'm happy that she helped me to take the decision and start from scratch for an entrepreneurship when I set an audit firm. But how did we set our relationship goals? Have a strategy to achieve that? We used to get amazed by looking at the successful couples. One of my known friends' parents, they would be aged about 85, 90. So they have lived a happy life of around 70 years. So we used to think or discuss about them, like how they were able to be so successful and so gel together, and still that bonding we can see it even from outside. 70 years of marriage or 65 to 70 years of marriage is like a very big thing. Living together is a very big thing. But that is not the thing which has happened. There are many other things which we have come across by seeing the other's life. For example, like we are searching for a girl for my cousin, we're searching for a boy for my friend. But when we started discussing with the bride or bridegroom side, the expectations were very different, which I haven't had personally. You'd be surprised. You should be living in either a US or a European to get qualified as a bride or bridegroom. You should have a green card, H1B visa, or the marriage should take place in a renowned place. It should be bigger than what their cousin did. And the honeymoon should be in either Switzerland or Paris, in the country they have never visited before. So all those things will be the expectations which form part of the marriage. The way we set the expectations initially were quite different. But is that is going to give a longing life? Is that is material for the rest part of the life? Maybe the perspective varies, but I feel it is not that material. So, what are the secrets to ensure you have a successful marriage life? You will definitely have fight, but you should always fight fair. That should be my first tip. So, whenever you fight at an argument, don't bring in the past arguments or circumstances. Fight on the current course of actions. Move on. So, someone have to take that call of okay, it's okay, it happens. You should bend at least a level down. Either one of them should do that to have a that sustained relationship. And you should compliment each other very frequently. Like when your wife dresses up for an occasion, you should definitely say like, okay, you are dressed very beautifully. So these are things will always light up each other. And keep realistic expectations. Like whenever you go for a big financial goals, like buying a house or a car or something like that, like discuss and take a uniform decision, so that so you don't get that as an base for an argument. So try to understand what each other needs. So what each other thinks, what each other family needs. So if your parents is so important to you, then their parents is also important to her. So you should treat both the sides equally. Whenever there is an important thing which you have to discuss, the first thing should be to your wife. So these are some of the basic tips you should try to incorporate it, which I have incorporated personally. And that's why some of the major decisions in my life I'm able to take it at the right decision at the right point of time, and sustain it more so in a happier way. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Over to you, TMOD Aloysius.